Welcome to the Book Bibuli podcast and to the world of George. George's parents, who have always been wary of technology, warn him about their new neighbors. Eric is a scientist, and his daughter, Annie, seems to be following in his footsteps. But when George befriends them and Cosmos, their supercomputer, he finds himself on a wildly fun adventure while learning about physics, time, and the universe. And we have Kiana today with us, who's going to talk about this wonderful book. Hello, Kiana.
Hi, I'm Kiana and I'm 12 years old. I study in Greenwood High School, Bangalore. I'm an avid bookworm, but I also love being active. Today, I'm going to review George's Secret Key to the Universe, written by Lucy and Stephen Hawking.
Okay, Kiana, so let us get George out of the way first. Could you please describe the character of George and how does he change from the beginning to the end of the book?
I feel that, well, George is a very boring character at the beginning of the book. He's an average student, but slowly begins to become an interesting person as his character changes every time he learns a new thing. By the end of the book, he has learned a lot and has become someone intelligent and interesting, a kind of person our readers want to read about.
Let's talk next about the significance of Cosmos in the story. How does this supercomputer influence the plot?
In this book, Cosmos is a supercomputer, the world's fastest supercomputer. He's the one who takes them on their rides all through the universe. However, when the antagonist learns that him and the person he works with, Eric, have come back, the antagonist sets out to steal Cosmos. And this influences the plot, as the protagonists have no idea where Cosmos is gone and what the person who stole him is planning to do.
Well, as humans, we are eternally curious. How does the book address the theme of curiosity and scientific discovery?
To be honest, I feel that just like me, the main character, George, is a boy who knows not much about science and discovery of the universe at the beginning of the book. The authors, the Hawkings, teach us about this science in a way where we don't know that we're learning science, because we think we're reading a story. But through every page, the scientific knowledge of the readers increases.
Yeah, that was spectacular. Knowledge and fun together. Well, Kiana, you are new with us, and we are very glad to have you over for our North Star program. What do you think about it?
The North Star Reading Program is designed to excite book lovers of all ages. It features a fun podcast with author interviews, book reviews, and discussions on various topics, making listening enjoyable and informative. The program also hosts events like live readings, workshops, and meet and greet sessions with authors, helping readers connect and share their love for books. Additionally, the blog offers interesting articles, guest posts, and book recommendations, providing plenty of great content for the readers to explore. Through its podcasts, events, and blog, Literary Adventure helps people enjoy and appreciate books even more.
Relationships always form the crux of the story. How does George's relationship with Annie and Eric evolve throughout the story?
At the start of the book, George loses his pig as he seems to have wandered into his creepy next door yard. When he goes to find his pig, he meets Eric and Annie, the people who will later teach him about the universe. At the start, they are just acquaintances, getting to know each other and chatting when they decide to show George Cosmos, the fastest supercomputer in the universe. They become really close. George is finally the one who rescues Eric from the black hole, and slowly he becomes linked to their family and they become best friends.
Let's talk villainy. And you can see me rubbing my hands. The antagonist, Dr. Reaper. One wonders what his motivations are. And do they contrast with the other characters' goals?
Dr. Reaper, the antagonist, is an evil man who plans to use the supercomputer Cosmos for his own benefit. He plans on finding a new planet which humans can inhabit, and then keeping it to himself while letting the rest of the human race die out on Earth. However, most of the other characters are working towards saving this Earth as well as finding another inhabitable planet.
A lot of people might feel that black holes and planets and binary stars, these topics are not for our young readers. Would you guide them to understand that the story itself helps in understanding complex scientific ideas in an accessible way for younger readers?
We learn while reading when we read the story, as opposed to doing the learning separately in a school textbook or in a non-fiction book that gives you the hard facts and then reading an interesting sci-fi book. This book combines the two in such a way that you don't know you're learning while reading. Most young readers absorb information and stories very quickly, helping them when they remember scientific concepts by reading stories. These complicated scientific concepts that we talk about here are also simplified and spoken about in simple language to help us understand.
Now that we have established that the young readers can think and listen and understand to very complex idea, would you recommend this book to others with that thought behind the book?
Although I don't think some kind of readers would like this book, many others would. For those interested in sci fi, it's a perfect read. You're gonna love it. This book is packed with sci fi. Some touches of fantasy and mystery only add to the amount of people I would recommend this book to. And to all the non-fiction readers out there, this one's for you. A book of cool hard facts, full of storytelling.
Thank you very much, Kiana, for being with us today. It was a pleasure to have you over.
Thank you to Book Bibuli for giving me the opportunity to record this. I hope you had as much fun listening to this as I had fun making it for you.
Stephen Hawking, renowned physicist and author of the best selling A Brief History of Time, collaborates with his daughter Lucy to unravel the mysteries of the universe for readers of all ages. In a whimsical tale, George's cautious parents warn him about their new neighbors, Eric, a scientist, and his daughter, Annie, who shares her father's passion for discovery. Despite initial reservations, George becomes friends with them and their extraordinary supercomputer, Cosmos. Together, they explore planets and even venture into a black hole, all the while unraveling the wonders of physics. When a threat looms over Cosmos, George, Annie, and Eric must unite to protect their newfound knowledge. This results in a humorous adventure, which is this book. And now it's time for Book Bibuli Read Reco. This book is both educational and entertaining for curious minds of any age. Stars, planets, comets, asteroids, nebulae, black holes, galaxies, an entire universe of celestial beings defying our curiosity, overflowing with secrets yearning to be discovered. Yet, those dense scientific essays can be overwhelmingly dull, stifling our innate enthusiasm for exploration. This book introduces young elementary school aged enthusiasts to cutting edge theories on black holes. And believe me, it is so simply done, you will be surprised. And for adults, it offers insight into Stephen Hawking's playful mind and humor. The books to be read before this book are Miscalculations of the Lightning Girl, Number Devil, and Mrs. Frisby and the Rats of NIMH. And the book that shall obviously follow it is George's Cosmic Treasure Hunt. Until next week, better read, read better.